before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On play action, it's Brady sliding out of the pocket. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Play action. Now it's Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 35 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Johnson now returning. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing again is Tannehill. And a little floater there is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On second down, here's Henry. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 14. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a pickup of 6. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Throw left side complete. That's Rodgers. Not much there, only a yard. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Tannehill going to hand to Henry on the option. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And
got his man complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now Tannehill. He's got the tight end Fertzer right side complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Again, Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And Bullock will put this one through. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. On play action, now Brady. On the move to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down, back to Fournette. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down.
It's caught inside the 25. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady's going to look to throw. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. A check down here for Henry. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Tannehill throwing again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill on the slant. He'll get it to Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Anthony Frisker, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. To the air again, Tannehill. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Fournette. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady out to his left. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
So following the failed try on 4th down, we'll change ends and change possession. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill, and he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade them.
Under pressure, they got him again. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Rolling to his left.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, Fournette. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
It's about that time.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. High throw, but the catch is made. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Brady going to look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Brady. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now Brady. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Buccaneers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.